Hey guys, welcome back to the Profit Madness channel. Let's get straight into another market update. So today we are seeing the market drift uh, to the upside a little bit. So let's start with the USD dominance chart and kind of speak about this particular chart right here, because here we can see that we are currently moving towards our current level of support on the USD dominance chart, which is going to give a little bit of a relief to the upside in the market. And your current level of support to watch out for a potential rejection or for a break to happen is at 7.92%. So why is this important? Well, this is very important because this could be the level where the USD dominance chart could either break back to the upside, completing the pullback back to at least 8.32% up to potentially even 8.73%. And if this zone doesn't hold, then yeah, we could potentially go and look for a new low in Bitcoin, okay, and a new all-time high on the USD dominance chart. So when you consider that the all-time high is at 9.48%, this is pretty much your last level of resistance before we start to head into this bearish trending channel, which is, even if we were to go there and confirm it as a resistance, it is likely going to reject back down, and inevitably it will become bullish. So I'm overall bullish in the market from a mid-term uh, point of view. So it doesn't really matter if we have topped out right now on the SD dominance chart or not. Even if we were to get that extra push to the upside, I will still be bullish. Now, in terms of 7.92%, so this is your level to watch for potential resistance, sorry, support, which could lead to that move to the upside on the USD dominance chart. Or we could break this, and from tomorrow, let's say it happens today, we will be looking at 7.49% as the next level of support. Now, where do you get really bullish? Well, you get really bullish if we actually break below 7.49%, because that will be confirmation, in my opinion, where you could still potentially get a pull back up to retest this area as a resistance. But either way, that will actually start to create a situation where we are headed down to 6.73%. So we are currently about to test a very important level, which you guys can see is currently creating this push to the upside for Bitcoin. So if I were to show you guys this sort of just dominance chart, you can see that the level of support right now happens to be at 7.90%, okay, which is pretty much in line with this other USD dominance chart. I have two, okay, because I like to double check things and look for confluences between different charts. But this will be your levels for the USD dominance chart. So uh, if the trajectory remains the same, we can actually expect the crypto market to move back up. Okay, let's have a look at the total 3 minus Solana and BNB. So here we actually did a very good job by maintaining ourselves above this trend right here. And this is currently your level of support. Now, your level of support, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it is for this particular week. It's 560 billion dollars. Okay, if you lose that, then you're most likely going to head down to 525. You also got a trend line that is missing the third touch, so we could expect to see a trap below it before a reversal back up takes place. But you also got another trend right here, right below that one, that is also missing the third touch. So losing 560 billion dollars this particular week, um, could be indicative of a continuation lower. But as long as we are above, guys, that could create a situation where we start to progress back up. Okay. If you guys want to see my portfolio, my coins, how much I've invested in each coin, my entry prices, and you want to get all of my trades and exit signals, then check out the link down below. You can subscribe to our premium group. This is going to be the best deal that you can get right now. The prices will go up very soon. We want to lock in as many people as possible before the old season starts, because once the old season starts, guys, it will be too late and it will be time to sell, not to buy. So make sure to join Profit Magnets as soon as possible. Get in, secure your spot, and make this your life-changing cycle. So just be careful and look at the USD dominance chart. That will be your best indication, in my personal opinion, of what happens next. Moving on total 2. So total 2 perfectly holding above this bullish trend line that we finally retested. Okay, it also just tested the equilibrium zone. Now this is something that usually tends to happen when the trend is particularly strong in one particular direction, which in this case, at this moment, because we are holding above the 50% equilibrium point of the Fibonacci, it actually is indicative of some strength coming back. But the question is, will we break $964 billion? This will be your resistance today. Tomorrow is going to be 966 approximately. Okay, so this will be your level to watch out for from. And if you break above, okay, if you break above this level, then your next level of resistance is going to be a 101 trillion. This is the total 2 chart, guys, may I remind you. So this will be your very first level of resistance. So this is giving you further confidence that the market is going to see a short-term pump at this moment in time. And from there, you gotta reassess based on what the market ends up doing. I'm just here to give you guys the levels. Total 1, so far so good, holding about the 50% equilibrium point. It's also in a bullish golden bucket, it's in a bullish trend. I guess there is a lot of support, as I've been showing you guys in these previous videos. So your level of resistance today, okay, is going to be at $2.35 trillion. Tomorrow it's going to be 2.35. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it here. Okay, this will be your first level of resistance. From there onwards, it's just a matter of understanding if you're actually going to break. If we break, then your next level is going to be between 2.45 to 2.59 trillion dollars. Okay, so this will be your short-term projection to the upside. Of course, if we lose it, then we will have to retest a bullish golden pocket of this particular Fibonacci. So it's not entirely all that bad. Okay. The total 2 on this layout, so here what I will say is that, you know, we are above, well, we are within my area of support. We are above the 6.1%, so this is very good. However, you're still below the 20 DMA. You know, we could get a situation where probably next week by the looks of things, but this of course can happen earlier than that. We may start to see, well, we want to do weekly candle closures above the 20 DMA to actually confirm a change in direction, at least in the short term, where the next level of resistance will be up to 1.25 to 1.32 trillion dollars. Of course, guys, the same thing that I said previously is still valid. If you lose with a weekly candle closure, if you lose $939 billion, then you gotta look for 869 to potentially $801 billion. And like I said, if we test this trend line, is even better because that's a trend line from COVID. Okay, I'm not gonna be repeating this, but that's a phenomenon that we have noticed across all these different charts, that they're about to retest this COVID trend line that has pretty much dictated the uptrend and the bull swings since the inception of it. Okay, so I'm not gonna be saying this repeatedly in this particular video, just to make things more streamlined for you guys. But again, just keep in mind that that's something that there is a lot of in terms of confluence. Total 3, again, you got your resistance at $749 billion. If you lose the 20 DMA, which at this moment you are above, next level support will definitely be $633 billion. Okay, so this will be the levels for the total 3. Moving on to the orders chart, you are above the entire bullish trendline channel. So this is very, very good. And this is a signal, in my opinion, that the orders chart may be ready, altcoins may be ready to bounce back up. The first level of resistance will definitely be the 20 DMA, which is currently around 213 billion, just to kind of round things up. If you then are able to get above 216 and 220 billion, this area right here, which I will actually highlight for you guys, if you're able to get through this particular area, then yeah, you're most likely going to face a little bit of resistance on the 50, but the most important resistance level will definitely be between 261 and 264. Okay, so I'm just gonna be drawing these levels right here for you guys. This will be the zones to kind of watch out for. Okay, so I am expecting to see a little bit of a bounce at this moment in time. Okay, It is subject to change, but at this moment, it kind of looks like the market may want to do it. On this Bitcoin chart, I will show you guys a better Bitcoin chart, but right now your level of resistance is going to be between 73.7 and 74.4. This is a more wider chart, so to speak, as in that my levels are not too close to each other, just to kind of give a little bit of a breathing room. Of course, downside risks are still 55K for this week, but to the upside, it's going to be that 73.7 to 74.4, the area that where you kind of want to focus about. Solana, we got the bounce from the area which we mentioned pretty much almost perfectly at 78.10. So that's currently bouncing currently at 82. It's likely that if the bounce guys were to continue for the altcoins, we may see a recovery up to the 120s with Solana. So as long as the pattern holds, as long as this trending channel holds, okay, because this is part of a big projection that I gave to premium a long time ago, and so far it has actually respected it perfectly. This was the region where I was expecting this entire move to bottom out, and this is something that I actually showed to premium a long time ago. So the fact that this is still all perfectly unfolding is very telling to me, and I think that we are in the process of bottoming out, or we may have already bottomed. That is something that we will know, in my opinion, over the course of the next week from today. So over the next 7 days, in my personal opinion, we will know if the bottom is in for now or not. Okay, so this will be most of the stuff that I kind of want to show you guys today. Show you guys Bitcoin and a few other levels. As you guys can see, I'm in a long, currently up a little bit, not too much. But then again, yeah, your first level of resistance is going to be 73 to $74,000. If you want the precise levels, is 73.7 to 74.4. If you flip that area as a support, then your next level of resistance is going to be 80.5. And if you flip that as well, then you're looking at 85.6 pretty much. Okay, so this will be Bitcoin and what I currently see happening. Next, we got the Bitcoin dominance. As you guys can see, I've been saying that this is looking like it's about to start rolling over. The only thing that I wanted to see, to be honest, was another push to the upside, just because it will kind of confirm things for me. And that would be us moving back up to around 60.39%. We will see if this is going to be the case or not. It could be, maybe. But even if it doesn't do it, I think that the trend, the bullish trend, has been broken, and we're just in the process of preparing for the move to the downside, which will lead into an old season. Moving to Ethereum, I'm also in a long, about to be break even on this, but this is like a 2x long for me, maybe a 3x. I don't remember, maybe, but it was still a small leverage long for me. It's a swing long towards new all-time highs. This was the region where I was trying to the bottom being made. I got a bullish breaker right here. That's kind of where I've entered. So we are seeing the W formation, which in my opinion does lead to potential bullish continuation. So I think that we're in the process of seeing that in the future. Moving on, guys, to the total three minus Solana, BNB, XRP, USDT, and USDC. So here we are actually about to approach our first level of resistance, which is literally slightly above. And this is a chart that I've created myself that actually streamlines, in my opinion, what to expect out of altcoins. So I wanted to see a bottom happening, to be honest, a little bit lower than where it's at right now. So maybe that's indicative of perhaps another push to the downside coming in the future. But besides that, I wanted to see between 197 to 192, to be honest. But your current level of resistance, guys, is going to be up into these trend lines right here. Your first level of resistance is going to be at $276 billion. Again, this is dynamic levels of resistance and support, so they're subject to change. Okay, as you can see with time, for example, in the daily time frame now, we are aiming more towards around 190 and 192. That's kind of the levels where I will be comfortable calling for bottoms. 191 and 192, but you get the point. Okay, but the levels of resistance, the first level of resistance at least is going to be up to 276. So let me know, are you guys bullish or bearish? So this will be what I currently see happening.